Hello and welcome to a new episode of 7 Facts. If you love geography or history, subscribe right now. I promise it'll be worth it. Basel-Landschaft is one of the 26 cantons of Switzerland, which means it's a federal state that forms part of the country. This canton stands at the gates of the city of Basel, which is a separate canton on its own. The Basel region, with its gently rolling, forested hills, is especially cherished by bikers and hikers. Numerous fortresses and castles line over 1,000 kilometers of hiking trails in this region. Every fifth cherry in Switzerland grows on a tree in Basel-Landschaft, so when the trees blossom, it literally feels like traveling through paradise. Until the end of the 16th century, most of the canton's land belonged to the city of Basel. The region was economically dependent on the city, most probably because of the low level of education in the agricultural areas at the time. After 1830, though, there were political quarrels and armed conflict in the canton. Some of these were concerned with the rights of the population in the agricultural areas. They ultimately led to the separation of the canton Basel-Landschaft from the city of Basel on August 26, 1833. Since then, there has been a movement for reunification. This movement gained momentum after 1900, when many parts of Basel-Landschaft became industrialized. The two half cantons agreed in principle to merge, but in 1969 the people of Basel-Landschaft voted down a referendum on this proposal in favor of retaining their independence. So, to this day, the two cantons of Basel remain separate federal entities. The region in and around Basel-Landschaft was a center of Roman activity in ancient times. The most well-preserved remains of those times can be found at the site of Augusta Raurica. This used to be a large Roman settlement where 20,000 people used to live. Today, the town of Augst stands in its place with a population of only 1,000. The remains of the old city are on display in an open-air museum, which is visited by around 140,000 people per year. Among the remains, you'll find the best-preserved amphitheater north of the Alps and a reconstructed Roman villa, so if you're a history buff of the Roman era, you'll certainly enjoy a visit to Augst. Liestal is the capital city of Basel-Landschaft. The name Liestal was first mentioned in 1225, but the settlement dates back at least from Roman times. Today, this small city has a well-maintained old town, plus some Roman ruins like the Mutzach Villa Rustica and the remains of a Roman aqueduct. As the center of the canton, Liestal also attracted a lot of foreign nationals, so much so that nearly 1/4 of the city's population is not Swiss. One of the coolest festivals in Liestal is the Kienbese. On the Sunday night after Ash Wednesday, a procession begins of people carrying burning bundles of pinewood chips called Kienbese through the medieval town center, entering through the city gate from the south. In more recent decades, the Kienbese has been augmented with carts carrying bonfires, with flames often reaching as high as the houses. The parade is attended by thousands of spectators from Switzerland as well as from countries around the globe, closely packed on either side of the small street. Just like its capital city, the canton of Basel-Landschaft is a diverse one. Although the population is predominantly German-speaking and Protestant, 1/5 is actually made up of foreign nationals and 1/3 are Roman Catholics. In the middle of the 20th century, Basel-Landschaft was the fastest-growing canton of Switzerland, with its population almost doubling in less than 15 years. As a result of this migration process, boundaries between different religious communities are now heavily blurred, and in fact the diversity has now grown, with members of the Christian Orthodox Church and Islam also having a presence in the canton. The main geographic feature of Basel-Landschaft is the Jura mountain range, which crosses the state. The name Jura is derived from Juria, a Latinized form of the Celtic word jor, meaning forest. The mountain range is actually the source of the names of the French department of Jura, the Swiss canton of Jura, the Montes Jura on the moon, and the Jurassic period. Yes, I'm talking about that Jurassic. The geological period of the Jurassic got its name when in 1795 Alexander von Humboldt recognized the mainly limestone-dominated mountain range of the Jura Mountains as a separate formation that has not been included in previous studies. He named it the Jura Kalkstein or Jura Limestone, which later became the Terrain Jurassique, thus coining the well-known term for the first time. These were 7 facts about Basel-Landschaft. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Leave your comments downstairs and don't forget there's a Patreon page where you can support this channel. I hope to see you next time. Bye.